Serenity stands by the train tracks, wondering about her future, and the first thing that comes to her mind is the fact that she read an article in a psychology magazine that said people often have a random thought that comes into their head when they stand near a train, and that thought tells them to jump onto the tracks, and for a few seconds of misery, she would then feel nothing afterwards. Nothing at all. Because that thought came into her mind too, and she didn't know where it came from, or why she could not control her subconscious. But this book is not about suicidal thoughts or death. It's about love poems. Let's hear some poems written by her. The first thing she said was that thoughts and ideas are hard to express, because there are only so many ways you can express the same idea in a different way, because all she thinks about is the same thing every day: how nothing happened. It's easy to master the skill of talking about nothing. She will lace her writings with a metaphor here and there, mashing two words together that don't belong together, making bold statements, but it doesn't matter what she said. All that matters is why she said it. And when you walk alone in the cold and there's no one to welcome you, you will feel the same emotions every day, but get worse and worse at expressing them, until you close in on yourself so much that your heart starts constricting on itself, pulling and breaking, until you will lose your mind, or worse. And all you hear are songs remembering there is something to celebrate, and worth it. And I am in the basement writing this, hearing the radio that my father left on, songs he doesn't listen to, and songs I will never care about. But they remind me of the past. I don't care about them because I want to forget the past and let it die. Now, what you came here for were Serenity's poems, and I promise I will get to that. But first I must tell you what you don't know about her. She was damaged inside and out, just a little bit worse than me. But because she was strong, she would never think about hurting herself or suicide. Sometimes feeling the greatest emotions that can be felt for no reason at all. Pure ecstatic joy. And the worst kind of fear and anxiety. The only way to describe it is sadness, because that's what it is. The chemicals in your mind creating worlds that don't exist. But these worlds are a purer reflection of the way we should treat other people than anything we feel ourselves. And I know how much you miss her. I know that when you kissed her, the first time would be the last time anyone would ever see her. You were the first person she ever kissed. Before her first kiss, she realized the things we are lacking are what grow to define us. What we want is what we mold ourselves after, which is why you take after her so much. You've gained so many of her interests that she used to have. You grieve and think that she's missing from your life, so you have to fill that in with something, and you inhale it into yourself, and it becomes part of you. Punk rock bands you never listened to before now are your favorite thing. You see her face in your dreams and you know, why couldn't we say these things to each other while we were alive? Why is it always when it's too late? And as promised, here's the love poem she wrote about you. It's nothing special, just words scribbled out on a page, scanned into a computer. I'll send you the file tomorrow. Here's what she said.
I hate writing love poems, but for you, I will write one. I never felt connection with anything, except for the music I listen to every day. Music gives life meaning. Music is something that... I remember, in a music class I had a while ago, they told me, movies without music would lose so much of their meaning. I think you, in a way, have become music to me. As we watched the sunlight disappear as I was lying in my room all day, too sad to get up, or too tired to move after spending the entire day at work. But this is just a first draft, so we can change everything later. We can say what we want and cannot take it back once we show it to other people. But when you hide yourself in your own heart, when you hide your words in your own heart, and you're the only one who knows them, you could write about anything. Anyone could think about you and not know you and realize that you could write anything. We judge others based on what we've seen them do. We judge ourselves based on what we think we're capable of. Thank you for holding me that night. I'm sorry I went away. I'm sorry I haven't seen you since I had to confront my problems instead of running away from them